Welcome everybody, François Letat, JDR D30, and yeah, this will be another ramble. I'll try myself on a ramble, just talking about the present. Yeah, well, my home group, and what I will tell you now is that kind of stuff that may happen, in other groups. It happened, it happened to you. Okay. My home group. Well, in the last video, I was talking about that we were playing through 20. We were about to start AD&D second edition. I had another player who wanted to come with us with superhero gaming or, Rift Chaos Earth. We did have a small adventure of Rift Chaos Earth last year. Okay, and and now we come, one of the person of that group suggested, oh, we could play Star Wars. I feel like doing Star Wars. And yeah, I responded by saying, yeah, well, I have lots of Star Wars stuff. I have lots of experience at that. And okay, so a discussion came on Facebook, and lots of stuff were written there. But at some point I said, okay, we'll talk about this in person next Friday. We're playing Friday. Okay, because I don't know if it's because I have maybe more experience than the others. I know that I have been playing a lot for 30 years with small hiatus, but nevertheless, I've been into role-playing games since 30 years, so I have been exposed to many different situations when it comes to the games we choose, how to set up a schedule, and how to get the most out of what you have now. And yeah, just to put you in context, my in-person group is a group we play every 2 weeks when it works. Because it happened quite a lot that we may skip one of those 2 weeks. Sometimes we just see each other every month, but we may see each other every 2 weeks for a while. It depends, everything. We're all adults with our own agendas and all that, and it's hard to keep up in one game and be in it. It's not that it's impossible, but it needs lots more works. And not only that, every time we play maybe a maximum of 3 hours per session, which is okay, but it's not a lot. And since we're seeing mostly every 2 weeks, yeah, the adventure doesn't get forward that fast. Whatever the adventure, even though it's one adventure that may be kind of a one shot into its structure, sometimes it's played in 3 sessions. Okay, so in 3 sessions we may in a month and a half we get through one adventure. But the fire of role playing is inside all of us, and we have all, mostly all the players. Just one of them doesn't come forward to say he wants to be the game master. Yeah, he wants to be the player, so no problems with him. He will follow, but he's still, I had a conversation with him, I think last week, and he stated he has some demand as a player, and I think it's totally justifiable. Okay, the situation is that we are too many game masters around the table for the small amount of time that we have. Okay, and everyone comes forward with adventure ideas and stuff that could be integrated into long-running campaigns, and it's impossible. And I think I will try to come forward and explain my point of view. It's not that I don't want to be in a campaign, but right now it's impossible. Okay, we can't push more than every 2 weeks type of game. For most of us, at least 3 of the persons around the table, we're a group of 5, okay, and for at least 3 of us, we can get more than once every 2 weeks. the game starts quite late, you know, just for different reasons. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was saying. You know, I may have the experience to see that something's not working there. I just want to have a discussion and maybe open their eyes upon a problem. Okay, right now we're in the True 20 campaign. I'm a player in it. You know, personally, if it was only the True 20 campaign, and I could go on with that campaign for a long time, but you know, since another player really wanted to push forward second edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, well, everyone agreed that okay, we will switch to that eventually, which will be fine too. The game master said it will be a long-running thing. Okay, I said to him, yeah, but you know, sometimes since other other folks around the table wants to run something, you may have some hiatus into your campaign. He said, okay, that's fine, but no, I don't know what long is in his head. Will we have to do to beat an evil lord over years of playing? You know, if it's the case, you know, we won't be able to do it. I want to open their eyes on, okay, as a game master, what do you expect from the game, and how do you think you will reach those goals? Because we're a group right now, we are only able to play one adventure at a time, so we have to be satisfied in one adventure at a time. We don't want to be, we can't be involved into plots that would take years to resolve. We just don't have that time. And not only that, the number of games are on the table. You know, right now the game master who's running us through 20 tried to get us into a Shadowrun game. We played only one session so far, and I don't know if we will continue because it's hard to get the people together. And he wants to start Symbaroum. He's bought Symbaroum, which is I think it's a Sweden role-playing game. He has the French version. I don't know if there's an English version of Symbaroum, but it's some kind of a fantasy game, Sweden fantasy game, which looks, you know, very fine. And yeah, the guy who suggested us second edition, like I said, I don't know what type of campaign he has in his head, and he's the one who wants to play Star Wars. And he said, yeah, if I want to get in Star Wars, I want a long-running thing. Yeah, okay, that's very an honorable goal to reach here. But how will we reach it? How will we be able to keep it? To keep, yeah, and yeah, the guy who ran Rift Chaos Earth, you know, he has ideas. He talked about us, maybe of something you want to run with us with Chaos Earth, and he has Heroes Unlimited. He would like to run some superhero gaming with us. And you know what? The first thing we did with this group, it was at the start of last year, it was Advanced Fighting Fantasy. I gave us one adventure, but you know, it was clear that it was one adventure because I could see what type of potential we were able to reach with being bi-weekly, playing 2 or 3 hours per session. So I suggested one adventure of Advanced Fighting Fantasy. We tried it. We had, you know, personally I had a blast. You know, I have a good group. These are great players, and it was just based on simple ideas, based on what the players wanted to do with their characters. I had one adventure that tried to include all their desire, and bam, we were done. And after that, I clearly said that I wanted to retire from being the game master in that group, because I saw all the other players saying, oh, I want to run this, I want to run that. So yeah, I won't help if I come forward saying, okay, I want to run something, but maybe I will fall with the contract to run Star Wars, since I have lots of stuff and lots of experience with it, but maybe not, I don't know. But it will need to be talked with, okay? Some of those players, the format I'm in, you know, I grabbed the way it works. Like, I've just explained that to you just earlier, so that's okay for me. The game master with True 20, I think he got it. He's been with our group for a long time. He's been playing with me before the actual group is there. He's been with another group with me. He just continued to play with us with some new integrated players. But the two other game masters, I think it will be time to have a talk to where they're coming from. What was their gaming reality back when they were maybe playing regularly? Maybe it was some years ago, but because sometimes you got back into it, and yeah, maybe your reality was different, and it's hard to come in a new schedule type and try to reproduce what you were doing before. I will try to talk to them about that. Okay, the guy who was running with us second edition, maybe he was in a very regular group where you were able to put out his stuff the way he wanted. And the guy who came forward with Rifts, it feels like he's a big Rift fan. But it was his first experience as a game master last year when he ran that with us. I was trying to help him a lot along the way, but he hasn't chosen. In my opinion, he hasn't chosen the greatest game to be a game master for the first time. We were stumbling upon the rules. We need 3/4 of our gaming time. We're flipping through the books, and I'm not kidding. At some point, I decided that I really needed to read the book to help him. I was thinking, I put aside everything I was reading just to read the Rifts Chaos Earth book, to try to understand the rules, try to be the GM's best friend for him, to help him along with the rules, because I wanted him, put the story forward. Let's forget about the rules. But he came. Yeah, maybe that's a newbie GM mistake. You take a game, you think it will be cool, but in reality, how will you be able to make it work? I have some plans for him though. Because I try to encourage him. He's very turned on with Rifts. He really likes what Palladium is putting forward. Probably, Rifts and Palladium in general has that little something that, yeah, you can grab to it. You can be a fan of that, and he seems to be a fan, because at some point I have the Savage World basic core rule books, knowing that there's a Savage Rifts around. So I said to him, maybe you could try to get a new game system. He brought me back the book without saying anything, so probably he didn't grab potential of Savage Worlds, which in my opinion would be way more easy to handle. But he's really into Palladium. So yeah, okay, that's what he wants to run. I want to help him. So I said to the players, maybe at some point I'll do a one-shot, really a one session, which will be only a combat into Chaos Earth. I will try. They will take their character, they add into the adventure, the Chaos Earth adventure we already did, and I will throw in some monsters from the monster book. I've bought the monster book, so yeah, and we'll make a combat. So I will be the game master for that, because I have experience and some reflexes to how to handle rules and how to maybe forget about them in the right moment, just to make it interesting. Okay, without too much fiat. Okay, I just want to beware people. There has been lots of discussion about GM's fiat, but that's the thing. Okay, I want to help that game master understanding Palladium by putting him into the player's seat only for one evening. After that, okay, I think we will be able to communicate easier on Palladium, but still it will be difficult. The Palladium, in my opinion, it's quite crunchy. What makes it crunchy, just to tell a little about that, is because all the rules you need is all somewhere in the text you have to read. There's no easy table to reference to know what you need to know. Okay, you have to read the book, and so oh, you have a +5 on that. It's written in the middle of a text block. Okay, yeah, but these are still good games in their own way. But I find this very funny. Nevertheless, I did want to share with that, share with my. Well, I think I don't know. Nice problem. Yeah, I would say I would call it a nice problem. This is a nice problem that we have. We have to agree on how to make the things run correctly and try to get the most out of it, because we are limited. It's not impossible to get something done here, but it's limited. François Le Tard, JDR D30, and up to next time, I hope you have as much fun in your life as in your games. Yes, it's too long, 18 minutes, but nevertheless, see you next time.